Hi. So, as most of you know, I have had this vision, this desire to host a retreat of some kind for us, just for us, not for the general public. There'll be no public ticket sales. It is just for you and me, the Stellar Journeys tribe. So that vision came through, I reckon, a year ago. I reckon it would nearly be 12 months ago. And I've been holding that vision, even though the timing was never quite right, even though I couldn't quite find the right venue. I originally thought that it was going to be like a weekend, one night or two night retreat. And so that's where I was going with it. That's what my intention was. That was the type of venue that I was looking for, was somewhere that had accommodation. And it just never worked out. It never panned out. So there was one place that I had my eye on, and it did actually feel quite good. I was almost certain that that was going to be the place. But things just kept coming up. So the lovely lady whose space it is, she kept having these emergencies where, she had to fly last minute to the mainland for a family thing right when we were going to meet up so I could go out and see the property. And so then we'd reschedule, and some other type of emergency, an unexpected something would come up, and we would have to reschedule from both of us, from both sides. And we stayed in touch, and we did give it a red hot crack to make it work. And this was just for me to go out and meet her and see the venue, feel into it. And it never happened. And I reckon that took a good 8 to 12 weeks for that to run its course. And so then I found another space, and I thought that was it. Similar sort of thing happened. It just never came together. And then during that whole time, so over this whole time, I've been on a huge journey. We're always on a journey. Life is a journey. But I feel like for me particularly the last 12 months has been of the epic journey kind. As far as personal growth goes, as far as, finding clarity on what I want to do, how I want to help people, how I want to live my life, how I want it to all integrate. And eventually I sort of came to this point where I was like, actually, I think it's only going to be a day. I think it's going to be one day. And as soon as I had that thought, it landed. And as soon as I had that thought, my very next thought was, I know exactly where it's going to be. It was a venue that I had approached probably a year ago for a different event in a collaboration that I was doing. And they came straight into my head, straight into my mind. And so I reached out, and she was like, we'd love to have you, come and have a look. I went straight out there, had a look around, felt into the place, and it's perfect. It's perfect. And so that was only a few weeks ago. And so the interesting thing with all of this has been, because when you get that feeling of, you get an idea and all you want to do is get cracking on it. Like you just want to get into it. Like I usually when I have an idea for an event, the whole thing will come to fruition, as in to the point where I'm promoting it and I'm selling tickets and I've locked in the date, and that all happens within days usually. And so for me to, I think, be a big part of this process, this experience with our retreat this time has been for me to really, really lean into my faith, into trusting that timing is everything. I will know when I know. Spirit will show me the next move when the next move presents itself, and not a second sooner. And that has been a journey in and of itself. So waiting, getting the download and then just sitting with it and waiting for that cue to move, to take action. And so I found the venue and that was all great. But then I couldn't see, how when you can, in your visions, when you have a vision or an epiphany or a download, whatever you want to call it, you can kind of see the edges of it, but you can't quite see the middle. You can touch it, you can feel it, but the details haven't landed yet. So that was the next part of this journey with bringing this retreat together, was waiting for the details, because I was like, okay, I have a venue. Excellent. What are we doing at this retreat? And I had an idea and have had this whole time that I want this day with you and with us is going to be a day of connection, a day of space, so much space, a day of soul luxury. And when I say soul luxury, I mean material luxury, I mean emotional luxury, creative luxury. And so I knew how I wanted it to feel. I knew what it was going to feel like. I wanted it to be life-giving, soul-sustaining in every way. Like the best damn retreat we've ever been to. So I waited, and I waited, and I waited. And then I had this idea to bring in a photographer. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to tell this little story. So again, with my other events, I've never hired a professional photographer to shoot the event. I've never done it for different reasons. And this idea came in to bring a photographer in. And I was like, okay, I'm open. Who's the photographer going to be? And then Spirit showed me that the photographer that needs to come in isn't just any photographer. This person that is meant to come in is an artist. This person that is meant to come in to capture us is so deeply attuned to energy, to emotion, to presence, to the soul level stuff that we place so much importance on. The soul stuff is everything to us. And so I was like, I know who that person is, as soon as they started to show me the little details. So I reached out to her. It's a friend of mine who I haven't seen in about 2-3 years. Crazy how fast time goes. So I reached out to her just last week and we had a catch up. We had a cuppa. and a little snacky snack for morning tea, and I shared my vision with her, and she was a yes, I'm in. She wasn't even really sure what the details were, and she was in. And so as I started to share the details with her about how I envisioned her shooting the day itself in a really I don't know, you know how sometimes photographers are at these events and you're just so aware that they're there, you're so aware that there's someone with a camera. Like, she's not like that. Like, she's going to be there with us. She's going to have her camera on hand, and I've said to her, you have full creative license. You do you. I want you to shoot it how you want to shoot it. I want you to be a part of the day. So when she's not shooting, she's participating in all the things that we're enjoying and that we're immersed in. And as she feels the hit, as she feels that intuitive hit, she feels the call, she snaps and she just rolls with the whole thing seamlessly and effortlessly. And then I had this other idea. On top of that, because she's an artist, because she doesn't just do portrait shots or happy snaps, she captures the soul of the person she's shooting in one of the most creative, artistic, spectacular ways I've ever seen. And so I had this idea, and I said to her, how about we integrate into the day like a mini session of some kind for everyone that's there. So she, again, as she feels the intuitive hit, as the day unfolds, she'll, approach you, she'll spend a little bit of time with you, and she will do what she does and work her magic, and she will capture you in frame. And what you will get at the end, so you'll get a print, and it's going to be a piece of photographic art, there's no other way to describe it, that you could hang on your wall if you wanted to. It is, and I said to her, can I have one done too, please? Because I want one too. So her name is Melanie de Ruyter. So Melanie Kate Creative is her business. Some of you may already know her. She's a very, very well-known and respected photographer and artist in Launceston. She's had a few exhibitions of her other artistic work over the years. And she is, I just cannot think of a more perfect fit for the photographer, the person, the artist to come in and spend the day with us. And I understand, and Mel understands, that not all of us feel comfortable in front of the camera. And so there's going to be options. So you can either have, 15 minutes with her, and she'll capture your shot, she will capture your soul in a shot, or it could be a silhouette. She could capture you in silhouette form. So it's literally just your outline off in the distance, on the hill, or whatever it might be. Like, it doesn't have to be, I don't want you to think these are portraits. They are not portraits. They are works of art with you as the subject. It might even just be your hands. It might just be, it could be any part of you, any piece of you. This is art. And there are no rules with art. And I trust Mel implicitly with this. She's going to nail it. And you are going to be so happy with the experience of spending a little bit of time with her, having that whole experience, and then receiving the gift afterwards, when she creates the art, she prints it and she sends it out to everyone. She posts it to everyone. So that happened last week. And the very next day, actually it might have even been the same day, I had another idea. So originally it was just going to be me and you. I had no intention of bringing other people in to this retreat day, for no other reason than I hadn't really given it any consideration. And so this has all happened within the space of just a few days. Like last week, this all unfolded. I had the other idea of reaching out to a very beautiful woman who I have only known for a few short months. But this woman has captured my heart and my soul. This lady is the embodiment of soul expressed. She speaks in ways I've never heard anyone speak before. She is a speaker. She just carries herself with so much grace and humility, and her presence. She just has a presence about her. She's an award-winning theatre director. So she's originally, I think, don't quote me on this, but I think she spent a big chunk of her career in Sydney, maybe, one of the big cities on the mainland. And so she hasn't been in Tasmania very long, maybe a couple of years. And she lives in Hobart. And we were meant to cross paths, her and I. I heard her speak at another event late last year, and I cried and cried and cried. Like, she spoke directly to my soul. She was speaking about things that I myself have been speaking about. She is intuitive. She's creative. She's colourful. She's magnificent. And so the lady that I am talking about, her name, this is Simone de Haas. And as I mentioned, she's an award-winning theatre director. So she has a massive, massive theatre background and experience. And she's building this body of work now around helping people, helping speakers, helping creatives, helping leaders, helping people who feel drawn to her to find their voice, to express from the heart, from the soul. Is that sounding familiar? Yes, it is. That is exactly what I do, but in an entirely different way. And so I've invited Simone to come along on our day, and she has suggested, again, I said, I want to give you full creative license. You are so intuitive. You are the expert. What would you like to do? And so Simone has this idea of coming in and offering a workshop. But it's not your average workshop. So don't think boring sitting at a table listening to someone with a whiteboard type workshop. She's talking a guided exploration type workshop. So it's immersive. And one of the areas of Simone's expertise is feminine archetypes, and how the different feminine archetypes reflect our personality, our emotions, our voice, our expression. It's quite something to hear her speak, or to read her. She's a writer as well. She's an author. To hear her speak or read her words will move you. And so, yeah, she's coming along to host a workshop for us to explore 12 feminine archetypes. I don't want to give the surprise away. I'm busting to tell you, but I can't. I'm so not good at secrets, but I'm going to keep this one. They're not your average feminine stereotype, put it that way. You're going to love it. You're going to love it so much. I was like squealing down the phone when she was telling me. It was just, it's going to be incredible. And the whole purpose of this workshop with Simone is to explore these archetypes, find the ones that resonate for you. She's going to help us find our way back to who we are at our core through exploring these archetypes and what they represent, what they embody. It's going to be incredible. And then, lucky last, you get me. You get me for the day. And again, it took me a while. Actually, this was the thing that came in at the very end, as in this morning. So I had Mel lined up. That was all good. I had Simone. That was amazing. I even had the food planned. So this is the thing. I'm going to feed you lunch. You are going to be spoiled. You are going to be nourished and nurtured with the most beautiful food. So I even had the food figured out. And I was like, what am I doing in all of this? What is my part in all of this? Am I just holding space for everyone? Am I like, what am I doing? And again, I had to wait because I wasn't getting the hit. I wasn't getting the download. So I was like, okay, be patient, because I am so aware that it is only a few weeks away. That's the other thing I want to talk to you about. And so, my human self is getting a bit antsy, like, come on, like I need to give people notice, I need to give people, time so they can organise it so that they can come. And it was just this morning that I had the clarity on what I'm doing in this day. And so it would not be a stellar retreat without a stellar journey session. Of course. So we are going to have a stellar journey session together in the flesh, and it is going to be spectacular. I will guide you through, as always, from the beginning till the end, and you will have your own experience. You will see what you will see, you will feel what you will feel, you will heal, you will grow, you will connect with your soul and have the most incredible experience through our Stellar Journey session. And you're going to be doing it right next to the other women in the tribe. We're going to be there together in this incredible space. And it is going to be transformational. Feels like it just doesn't quite cut it, but that's all I can come up with right now off the cuff. It's going to be transformational. It's going to be magical. It's going to be bliss. And what I also want to do with you, share with you on that day is this is what has come through for me this morning. Exploring your soul story. We talk about the journey a lot. We talk about our purpose, our mission, what's my purpose? What's the point? What am I doing here? But Spirit wants me to take a different approach with this. They want me to approach those kinds of conversations, but from the perspective of soul story, because it is a story. And you know me, I am all about being creatively free expression, authentic living, authentic connections, really real life and experiences and love and all the stuff. And it maps out like a story. And when we feel into our life from that perspective, it does change the way we see it and the way we feel about it. And so we're going to have conversations, I'm going to offer prompts, healing, I'm going to channel spirit, I'm going to channel Luminova as we explore your soul story, who you are at your core, how you can find her, how you can communicate with her, how you can journey through life hand in hand with your soul, helping you to explore, what do you even want your story to be? What is your legacy? What do you want to do? What do you want to see? And not just the material stuff, although that is important, very important. But not just the material stuff, the spiritual stuff, the energetic stuff, the emotional stuff. So it's going to be, that's all I've been shown so far. I'll share more details with you as it unfolds. Maybe I'll keep it for a surprise, if I can keep a secret. So, the venue, it's going to be at the Wool Rooms in Dilston, which is only, how far would that be? 15 minutes maybe from Launceston, up the river, the East Tamar. And this space is the epitome of how the energy that I wanted to capture, the feel of this whole retreat, as in soul luxury. It is divine, and it has the most spectacular river views. It is perfect. And it's like luxury, but it's homely as well. It's that beautiful blend of earthy elegance, earthy luxury. It's just beautiful. So that's where we're going to have it. The date is the 31st of May. That's not far away. And when Spirit showed me that date, I was like, what? Like, that's not far away at all. But it's on the cusp of autumn and winter. It's right on the cusp. So that change of seasons. And that is a really potent, powerful energy for us to be sitting together in and sharing and working with. So it's that beautiful transitional energy, seasonal energy. So it's the 31st of May. What other details do I want to give you? I think that is all. I'm just having a quick look at my notes. That are really all the logistics that I think you need to know right now. I think you get a good idea of what this day, this experience is going to be. You are going to be bathed in soul luxury for the entire day. I am going to make sure of it. There will be journaling opportunities. There will be opportunities for you to have space just for you. If you want to wander off and go and do your own reflection or your own meditation, or you just want to have some alone time, there will be opportunities for us to come together and share if we want to. The way I like to do these kinds of gatherings is to have a loose plan of how it might unfold, but also be flexible and just very organically let the whole day unfold as it needs to, based on you, what you need, how we all show up. So you will need to bring your journal or a notepad and a pen, anything else that you want. There will be refreshments there, water, tea, coffee. There will be food. And it's going to be one of the most incredible events I think I've ever hosted in my life, and I've done a few over the years. So the cost is $699, and you have options. So you can either pay in full if you can, if you would like. So I'm the type of person that I'm like, I just want to pay it and be done, and then it's like I'm in. For me, when I can pay in that way, it's a statement. It's an energetic statement of, I'm in. Let's go. Let's do this. That's just me personally. That's how I like to operate. But I understand that some people may prefer to have a payment option. So you can have the option of paying half now when you book your space, and the other half, say, in the week or the days leading up to our retreat day. This is not going to be a big event. This is only going to be, I imagine there will be somewhere between 7 and 10 of us, maybe. And I am going to cap numbers if I feel like I need to. So the sooner you get the yes, I want this, I need this, and you can reach out to me and I can speak to you about what to do from here, the better. Because this is going to be a really intimate, very, very special, sacred, creative, playful, joyful, spacious experience. So I won't be I'm not going to, if I get new subscribers, say, to Stellar Journeys between now and then, and I get a heap of people wanting to jump in, that would be amazing. But I will cap it, because this first event of ours, this first Stellar Retreat, based in Tassie, because I plan, as the tribe grows, I plan on doing these all over Australia in different ways. Some will be day retreats, some will be weekend retreats. This is the start. And so there will be others where they will be bigger events. But this one, our first one, is intimate. It needs to be intimate. And so if you feel like this is for you, let me know. If you have any questions, let me know. I think that's everything. I cannot believe I've talked for 30 minutes. And I feel like I could keep talking for another 30. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited to be with you, with us, in the flesh, having this experience together. It is going to be the epitome of creativity, soul expression, authentic voice, spiritual awakenings and enlightenment, and it's luxury, nurturing, it's everything. And I cannot wait. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. I can feel that now, even though it's only a few short weeks until this first Stellar Retreat. even though I had nerves in the weeks leading up to now, wanting to hurry things up, you know, wanting to know the details before they were ready to land. This has been a big exercise for me in my ability to trust and to just follow the intuitive hits as they come. I'm trusting it 100%, and I know you will too. I know you understand exactly why this is coming all through now for you, why we are meeting and having this experience in just a few weeks. I know you get it. So thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being in the Stellar Journeys tribe. Thank you for doing this for yourself. The weekly Stellar Journeys, giving yourself that experience every single week. You know, I do them myself as well, and it's life-changing. And I'm very grateful that you've chosen me to hold space for you, to help you grow, to help you go soul deep, so that you can live a full, soul expressed life, so that you can create from a very authentic, organic place of soul expression. Thank you, and I love you, and I will be chatting with you again very soon. So sing out if you have any questions. I really look forward to seeing in the coming weeks how this all takes shape. And I will catch you at the next Stellar Journey session. Okay. Love you. Bye.